But I think a large majority of the growth from like 1998 to like 2001, 2002 was mostly natural. It was mostly this goddamn ladybug. It was mostly like a natural growth. And then the league, not the league, but the industry kind of caught on and were like, hey, let's go hardcore, right? So we saw the like rebirth of the MPPL with their 7-man format. We also at that same time, roughly, saw the mosquito. But most of that, like especially with the MPPL, right? We look back at the MPPL as being like super nice and like the pinnacle of paintball. But, you know, the MPPL lost money all the time. The league never made money. So since its like inception, when it was pure promotions, when it was 7-man, they never made money. They lost money every year. And then like the Smart Parts World Championships that was on TV and the Outdoor Life Network TV shows that were on and the MPPL that was on Fox Sports Net, the industry bought all of that. So it was all paid for by either Smart Parts or in case of the MPPL stuff, it was all paid for by Angel. So it's like, I don't know. I feel like those were just kind of like those whole years. It was just like the industry burning money. It was like all the money they made from the previous 4 years through that growth period, they just burnt it all on TV and burnt it all on like making the MPPL crazy and like all these things, which probably helped, you know, a little bit, but it's not this like organic, like, oh, paintball, you know, grew and was all by itself. It was kind of all like weird, propped up by the industry. And as soon as the industry started to lose money because of like the economy crashing in 2007, 2008, you know, it affected a lot of stuff. And then all that money that they had and were just wasting just went away. And all of that like TV and all that stuff just went away too. So it wasn't like this weird organic thing. And it's the same thing that's happening now, right? Didn't like the NXL on ESPN, like they paid for that, you know, like someone had to pay for all the cameras and editing and like all that stuff. It wasn't ESPN. ESPN just said, hey, we'll give you a time slot. I'm like, all right. So they had to make and sell and do all this stuff to make this stuff for like the NXL ESPN show. So it's not like all fake, but it just came to me when I was making one of these MPPL videos that I'm like, all this was just an advertisement. Like it was all just one big ad. It was kind of just like a big ad. So I don't know. I don't know if that's like a real thing. I don't know if anybody feels that way about it. A lot of people probably haven't thought about it the way I think about it. But I don't really know. There's not a lot of information about that stuff. And it's kind of just my gut feeling. So I don't know if there's a whole like spot for a video on there or whatnot. Team 40. Of course Daniel's gonna say that.